Did you know that 85% of people experience low self-esteem at some point in their lives? That's right, most of us struggle with feeling not good enough, no matter how successful we seem on the outside. And here's something even more surprising: research shows that low self-esteem can actually hold you back from reaching your full potential, whether at work, in relationships, or even in public speaking. But here's the good news: you can break free from these feelings and build real, lasting confidence. In this video, we'll dive into practical strategies to help you overcome self-doubt and start speaking with the confidence you deserve. From understanding the voice that holds you back, to using body language to show your power, we'll cover everything you need to feel more confident, starting today. Ready to start your journey to self-confidence? Let's dive in and tackle this together. Chapter 1: Unmasking the Inner Critic. Identifying the voice that holds you back. Most of us have an inner voice that criticizes and judges us. This voice often tells us we're not good enough, smart enough, or capable enough. It's called the inner critic, and it can be a major roadblock to building self-esteem. Did you know that 85% of people experience some form of imposter syndrome? That's a feeling of not being good enough, even if you're clearly talented. The first step to overcoming low self-esteem is recognizing this inner critic for what it is, just a negative thought that doesn't define who you are. One powerful technique to combat this is self-awareness. Start by paying attention to your thoughts. When you notice negative self-talk, challenge it. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact or fear? You'll be surprised at how often it's just fear talking. A great way to start shifting your mindset is by journaling. Writing down your thoughts helps you identify patterns. Once you see those patterns, you can start breaking them. Remember, self-awareness is the key to turning your inner critic into a supportive ally instead of an enemy. Chapter 2: The Power of Positive Self-Talk. Rewriting your inner script. Self-talk is the conversation we have with ourselves. Positive self-talk isn't just about being optimistic, it's about being kind to yourself. According to studies, people who practice positive self-talk have lower levels of anxiety and higher self-esteem. Start by replacing negative phrases with positive ones. For example, instead of thinking, "I'm not good enough for this," tell yourself, "I am capable, and I'm learning every day." Even small shifts like this can make a huge difference. One study conducted by psychologist Dr. John Bargh at Yale University found that the words we use can literally change how our brain works. When you tell yourself you can do something, your brain starts to believe it. This isn't just motivational talk, it's science. The more you tell yourself you're capable, the more likely you are to take actions that lead to success. Try using affirmations. Repeat phrases like, "I am confident," or "I have value," every morning. Over time, these affirmations will rewire your brain to believe in your abilities. Chapter 3: Body Language Mastery. Speak confidence through your posture. Did you know that body language makes up 55% of how we communicate? Our body speaks louder than words, and how we carry ourselves can either boost or crush our self-esteem. Studies show that standing tall, with shoulders back and head held high, can increase feelings of power and reduce stress. When we slouch or hide our bodies, we're telling our brains we lack confidence. But when we adopt power poses, we send a signal to our mind that we're in control. One famous example is Amy Cuddy's TED Talk on body language. She discovered that adopting a powerful posture for just 2 minutes can increase testosterone levels, the confidence hormone, and reduce cortisol levels, the stress hormone. In other words, standing tall physically can make you feel stronger mentally. Practice power posing before you speak in public or take on any challenge. Stand with your feet apart, hands on your hips, and chin up. This posture doesn't just make you look confident, it makes you feel confident. Before we move on to the next chapter, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss more tips on building confidence. Chapter 4: Conquering Fear of Judgment. The secret to authentic speaking. Fear of judgment is one of the biggest roadblocks to feeling confident. We often worry about what others think and, as a result, hold ourselves back. But here's a surprising fact: research shows that 70% of people suffer from imposter syndrome at some point in their lives. That means most of the people around you are just as nervous as you are. The key to overcoming this fear is realizing that the judgment of others isn't as important as you think. People are usually focused on their own lives, not yours. When you shift your mindset to focus on delivering value instead of fearing judgment, it can completely change your perspective. One effective technique to face this fear is to start by taking small risks. Speak up in a meeting or share an opinion with friends. Each time you do, you'll become more comfortable with the idea of being seen and heard. Over time, the fear of judgment will shrink, and your confidence will grow. Remember, some of the world's greatest speakers, like Oprah Winfrey and Martin Luther King Jr., faced criticism early in their careers. But they kept pushing forward. Don't let the fear of judgment silence your voice. The world needs to hear what you have to say. Chapter 5. Setbacks are stepping stones. Embracing failure on your journey to confidence. Failure doesn't mean you're not good enough, it means you're trying. In fact, many successful people failed numerous times before they succeeded. Thomas Edison, for example, failed over 1,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." In reality, failure is a vital part of building confidence. Each mistake is an opportunity to learn and grow. So, instead of seeing setbacks as signs of inadequacy, view them as valuable lessons that bring you closer to your goals. Psychologists agree that resilience is key to overcoming low self-esteem. One study from the University of California found that individuals who embraced failure and learned from it had higher levels of self-worth. This is because they realized their value doesn't depend on being perfect but on the ability to keep going. Start by reframing failure. Instead of thinking, "I messed up," try saying, "I learned something important." By adopting this mindset, you will become less afraid of making mistakes and more confident in your ability to grow. Chapter 6. Creating a success ritual. How small wins lead to big confidence. Small wins add up. It's easy to feel overwhelmed by big goals, but breaking them down into small, manageable tasks can build your confidence along the way. In fact, research shows that completing small tasks releases dopamine in the brain, the same chemical associated with pleasure and motivation. Think about successful athletes or leaders. They don't wake up one day ready to conquer the world, they start by doing the basics every single day. Whether it's reading for 10 minutes, writing down goals, or practicing your speech, these small actions will add up to big results. Develop a daily ritual that sets you up for success. For example, every morning, take a few minutes to set your intentions for the day. Think about what you want to achieve and how you'll feel once you've accomplished it. This simple practice helps create a mental blueprint for success. Remember, confidence is built through consistency. Each time you complete a task, no matter how small, you're telling yourself that you are capable. Over time, these small wins will fuel your belief in your abilities, and you'll begin to see bigger results. If you found these tips helpful, don't forget to subscribe for more. Confidence is built one step at a time, and I'm here to help you through each one. Building self-esteem doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent practice, you can train your mind and body to speak confidence. Start by unmasking your inner critic, then replace negative thoughts with positive ones, and finally, remember that how you carry yourself can influence how you feel. The road to confidence is paved with small but powerful steps. Embrace these strategies, and you'll soon notice how much more confident you feel, and how others begin to see you in a new light.